Hello survivors out there, Almir Listo here at Overkill, one of the producers here, and with me, like always, Saul Gascon, the executive producer on Overkill's The Walking Dead.
Hello everyone. Hello Almir, how are you, man?
I'm good, thank you for asking me for the 13th time. Really appreciate having all you viewers here. Welcome to our little safe house, our little safe haven. Our little sanctuary, if you will. And the last Walking Dev episode of the year, but fret not, we will be back in the new year. And don't worry, for this episode we have a lot of stuff cooking, because we have an update coming out this week. We'll talk more about it during the episode. We have a couple of patch notes that we want to share with you, just a tease, for the upcoming update. And also we're gonna take a couple of questions that you've asked and let you loose also, let the horde, invite the horde into the chat session after also, like we always do. So, really happy about this last episode of the year. It's been an intense journey so far.
Yeah, it's been like 13 now, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of them.
Yeah, and we're coming up with episode 2 of the second season of the game.
We're in a very formal, stable relationship now.
Yeah, exactly. We have our routines. We get to see each other. We know what we're gonna do, and then afterwards, we're happy about it. So it's awesome. So let's talk about what happened last week. Last week we released a patch. It was a pretty tight stream. We went through the content pretty quickly and did a longer Q&A. We'll probably do a long Q&A this time as well. We'll see exactly how long it's going to be though. But last week we touched on a few things. We fixed a few achievements that weren't working as intended. We resolved the Steam trading card issue. So now, together with Valve, so now you'll be able to capture all those Steam trading cards for you and get the badges. And then we also identified and fixed most of the red wall issues. Yeah.
So it was. You can get the full patch notes on the Steam, on the Steam news, right? And it was. So far, we've seen like the feedback has been pretty good, and seems we fixed all of those.
Perfect. So coming up, we have really two things we want to talk about now. Just quickly go through the upcoming patch. We're working on the patch note and making sure all the crashes that we want to fix are fixed, making sure that we resolve the other bugs or whatever improvements we can make. But there are 3 things that we like to highlight, right, out of the upcoming patch.
Yeah, so for this Thursday when we are actually launching the next patch, like we do every Thursday, with this patch we are doing like 3 major things that the community has requested, right? One of them is a quick play button, so you can actually click there and then you will get matchmade with anybody that is actually trying to fill their lobbies with other players, right? We're gonna use a combat rating from your characters, so if you wanna play with low-level characters, you switch to your lower-level ones. If you wanna play like in higher difficulties, switch to your higher-level characters and gear. Then also we are adding the results screens, statistics, which is something that people has been requesting for a while. We announced that we were working on it, and it's going live Thursday, right? This is something that that we hope you guys like. We highlighted what we think is the coolest statistics, but as always, send us feedback if you want to add something there, or you want us to tweak something or whatnot. Just feel free. And then the other one is another request from the community is like when you are playing with other players and somebody dies and has like some of the quest items or let's say pieces that you need for one of the puzzles. Sometimes it's hard to find it if you don't remember where your friend died, right? Which can happen when you are like surrounded by walkers. So now we added floating waypoint. I'm gonna say it. Floating waypoints. So then, like if Almir will die in a corner, we will get the waypoints of all the items that he was carrying with him. And those are like the 3 major ones. But it's actually a pretty big update that we're launching this Thursday before Christmas to make sure that you guys have a lot of things to have fun with along
during the holidays. Yeah, that's great.
And so the full details will come Thursday.
Yeah, precisely. So the rest of the patch is going to come Thursday, and those 3 things are epic. Thank you so much, Sal, for sharing more on those. Cool. I feel a bit, a bit nervous. It's because it's the last one for the year,
Yeah.
We've been doing this for such a long time now. On the Run, episode 2 of season 2 is what's also coming out on Thursday. So not only are we introducing a new patch, we're also introducing a new episode. And this one is free for everyone in the community, right?
Yeah. This one is free for everybody that owns the game, no matter the version that you own, the starter or the digital deluxe or the regular edition, right?
Yeah.
And it's a very special level that we prepare for you guys. So it has a lot of replayability intent in it. And so it comes with like 1 story mission and 3 expeditions and a randomized time of day. So play it out and let us know what do you guys think. We think obviously it's very fun, and we hope you guys share those thoughts too.
Yeah. So Control did an awesome thing. They put up the cover. Can you show it again? I'd love for us to just have a look at this, because Dan Panosian, who made this one, is such a talented artist. And this one is for all you diehards out there who really love the limbs flying and the gore and the comic book references. This one's for you.
Yeah. So what was his name last week? Catzilla 969 or
Meowzilla 69.
Meowzilla 69.
Yeah, this one's for you, dude.
Yeah.
This one is definitely for you.
And do we have the version with Control? Do we have the version with the super panning cool? There you go.
Look at that. Look at the details.
Yeah, Panosian is a great artist. We're very happy to have him on board.
Yeah, it looks great.
And what you see behind, that's Accord Oil, the location of the
new
second
mission
yeah.
of episode 2. So, as a part of episode 2, we also have a couple of screenshots we've taken. The development team have been looking to see how we can best excite you. Look at this, a lot of chaos.
Yeah, it's a bird shot to kind of show the area around the Accord Oil, the gas station.
Yeah, because we talked about this last stream. The Accord Oil was probably one of the first places where people fled to when they were trying to escape the city after the outbreak. So around every station like this, there's probably a lot of chaos, a lot of cars that were trying to escape that probably didn't for some reasons, and so on and so forth. And look at these gruesome images. Jeez.
Here are our characters trying to hold them off.
Very cool. All right. And then we also have a trailer that we'd like to share with you all. Let's have a look at that one. In the previous episode, the group rescued the deserter from the hands of the brigade. In exchange for safety, the deserter mentioned a mysterious scout that has key information on how we can reach Patterson in Capitol Hill. In this new episode, On the Run, we visit Accord Oil, the last place where the scout was seen. It's a brand new location in Overkill's The Walking Dead. Gas stations were the first stop for many when the outbreak struck. People tried to fill up their cars and stock up on supplies, hoping they could flee the coming apocalypse. Instead, all they found at the gas stations was mayhem and panic. The Accord Oil gas station was on the front line of people trying to escape the chaos of the city. Its story is told by the marks of past and present conflict, busted windows and burnt-out cars. The old gas station has plenty of strategic entry points, so make sure you bring lockpicks, chem kits, or wire cutters. However, it is controlled by the brigade, so expect resistance. On the Run, episode 2 of season 2 comes with a new story mission and 3 expeditions. Available on Steam on December 20th.
Cool trailer.
Yeah.
I was wondering, who's that sexy voice?
hey, take it easy. I don't know either, but you did a great job.
You like the voice? That's cool.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed that. We made that trailer especially for you, survivors out there who are gonna try to get to Accord Oil essentially, and then see what's inside and see if you can grab it.
Find the clues on the story mission. You will try to find the clues about the deserter. So you need to go there and investigate a bit. And then in the different expeditions, you will have the different gameplay styles, right? Like the killing a target, right? You have also the scavengings. You go there and try to gather as many resources as you can before there is too many walkers. And then, like to test your grit, right? And then another one that is actually the rescue. So you go there and try to extract a survivor from the hands of the brigade.
Thank you for sharing, Sal. And other than the episode coming out on Thursday, the patch coming out on Thursday, like I said initially, it's the holiday season. So we're getting this out the door to make sure you have something to play around with during the holidays. And meanwhile, the development studio will shut down for the holiday break. So during that period, I'm gonna go see my family. Sal will go see his family in Spain, and mine in Gothenburg. If you have any families elsewhere, I hope you go see them also during the holidays. That's the time of year you do that. So we're all looking to be recharged, because it's been a super intense period getting the game out the door and continuously pushing for the post-launch campaign, or lifeline concept that we introduced, that we're delivering on right now. And it's been great communicating with everyone in the community, getting to know you better, all your
wishes, right?
Wishes, yeah, where you want to take the game and so on. So on that note, let's jump into the next part of the program and talk about the questions that you have and answers that we might have. We'll see. So let's bring the first one up and see what we got. All right, you want me to read it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomix asks, the header is walkers aging throughout seasons/episodes, and this is posted in our Steam community hub. Tomix is saying, hey, was wondering if we could see more signs of walkers slowly decompose and also appear to be damaged/injured from before encounters with humans, traps, etc. In comics, and specifically the TV series always, they make the walkers look differently, in worse condition, every season. So I was hoping the same thing could be implemented into the game for the realism and the Walking Dead's universe aesthetics.
Actually, Tomix raises a very good point here. In terms of like walkers having injuries from previous encounters, this is something that we added to the game. So right now, if you just try it out, like just stay still, and you will see that some walkers come like with an armless or half the head out, or holes on the whole body. So that's a very good input, and actually now it's working in the game. And then also we are adding in this update coming out this Thursday, we are adding more variety on walker faces and bodies. So we are definitively on the same page, Tomix, and we will definitively look at this for future seasons, like trying to work more on the the longevity of decay for the walkers. But yeah, that's a good input, man. Thank you, Tomix.
Yeah, thank you. Fun idea. Sorry, I forgot it was me reading this.
Well, you are the voice in the trailer. So. Oh shit! Spoiler. Sorry, guys.
Mystery Man is the voice of it. No. Fun idea. Rare response. This question is from our subreddit. Hey guys, from user The Slider. What if there was a small chance for a walker to be a unique model, a firefighter, a politician, or a business person, a pro wrestler? Oh, here we go. A member of the Payday Gang, etc. These walkers would sometimes have unique traits like resistance to fire, firefighter. And a heister would have resistance to cops or whatever, or maybe headshot resistant, payday mass blocking them, forcing a takedown to kill them. Finding and killing these rare spawns would drop lore items that explain the walker's history, unique items, non-canon example, find Negan's walker, maybe Lucille drops, or even just survivor walkers that survivor walkers that drop crafted items or supply weapon bags. I think Left 4 Dead 2 actually had survivalist zombies that could spawn and give you supplies. It's been a while. Anyway, just letting my mind wander while playing this, and this is what came up. I think it'd be real fun. But thank you for enjoying the game, and thinking about features. That's what we enjoy best, when players get engaged and they go like, oh, I'd love to see this, in the game added, or I'd love to see that character or what it might be.
Yeah, so actually, like from the list of ideas here from the slider. It's a very good input. Actually, we have already two types of walkers that are a bit different, right? The cob walker and the bloater, right? That he's been too much time on underwater, so he was just a bit fatty, not get close when he blows up. And actually, this is something that we're thinking for future update of content. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but one of the ideas here is gonna be done. That's as far as I can say. Of course, like we always wanna be in canon with the universe, right? Yeah. So we cannot go like into the wacky style or making jokes about it or anything, because walkers are a serious problem and a very dangerous one. So, good input, and you will see one of these one day. I cannot talk more.
Moving on. Schrodinger's cat asks Overkill Elizabeth, our community
Is he there
moderator.
or not? If you don't see him, is he there?
Do we even see this question? I'm
know.
not sure. Is asking Overkill Elizabeth, our community moderator, can you mark camp defenses differently on the map, like pulsing red, and add a confirmation warning if it's about to expire when you want to start different mission with explanation of consequences? Question mark.
So actually, this is a feedback that we also got internally from our QA team and Elizabeth herself. So this is something that we will take a look at, because indeed, right now, expeditions and camp defenses, you have like a yellow marker that indicates that time is running out. But as we're doing passes on the UI based on the feedback and the things that we would like to improve, right? This is definitively something we will add into the list.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Thank you, Schrodinger's cat. Good idea. And thank you for asking it in the Discord, in our official Discord channel, where we also hang. Cool. Moving on. Clockwork, 9 days to the birthday, and that was the 13th of December, so it's your birthday really soon. Really nice. Hope you have a good one. You'll be able to play the upcoming episode by then. Human AI should be able to use melee weapons, or even have suppressors on their guns, or even cry out for help being attacked up close. Can we have the feature of the human AI being able to carry melee weapons, or even have a rare chance of having suppressors on their guns, or being able to cry out for help when extremely hurt or being attacked up close? I feel like they should cry out for help instead of just spotting you and firing their gun. Like when I cry out for help, when we play and I need help, for example. Yeah. What do we think?
So I mean, these are very good inputs. At the end is how we can make the humans feel more realistic, right? And with the suppressors, I guess that Clockwork, 9 days till his birthday, he's also worried about them growing up the hordometer, right? So these are definitively good ideas. We will take a look at them and see if we can add a couple more lines when the AI confronts you, right, or confronts walkers. Right now they already say different things, like if it's players or if it's walkers that are menacing them, but we can make it a bit more obvious or more clear. And then of course, like on CQC, they have a shove, but we can take a look at that, see what we can do there. Thanks, Clockwork.
Yeah, and hope you have a good birthday this weekend, I think it is. Very cool. All right. Do we have another one? This one is from our subreddit, from user Etrius Wimbledon. Would you guys please rework the skill tree to allow additional replayability, either the core or character? This is done in order to allow people who have reached the level 30 wall with all the loot they got to have something else to do while waiting for new content updates, such as the upcoming episode mapped +3 expeditions this week.
So we have a lot of good ideas, Etrius Wimbledon, that we are looking at in terms of what we want to do, for replayability and for keeping playing after you hit those levels, right? We are also reading a lot on the community, what you guys propose, right? And Etrius did more of an open question, which is great, right? Like, you expose like something that you would like to see, and yes, we're working on this, and we are only not just working on this with our internal team, but also we are very aware of what the community is requesting, right? To make sure that when we add this extra layer, right, of replayability, that you guys are happy with it and you can, have fun for a long time, right? Keep posting, keep pinging Elizabeth, and we keep collecting all the ideas, and soon enough we will announce what we're doing there.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for the question, and thank you for knowing what we're doing, what's going on, that an episode was coming out this week and so on. It means you're in tune. We appreciate that a lot. All right, and then we have DG for Steps. I think DG for Steps. Hi, Overkill. How about updating Overkill's The Walking Dead's soundtrack? Because we're missing at least 3 soundtracks. For some reason, Doctor's Orders has 2 soundtracks and No Sanctuary has 2 soundtracks as well. We talked about this question before the stream. Yeah. Yeah,
actually, this is something that we are going to take a look at, definitively. Adding the new songs that our super talented composer is working on, Gustavo Coutinho.
Yeah.
And we will definitively add them to the soundtrack.
Cool. All right, we have 2 more. Let's do them. Alex Lupo, add background trailers for new characters too. They are very cool, and I guess people will like that.
Yep. So no spoilers, but well, we actually said that we will add 2 new characters in season 2. So we are adding 2 new characters in season 2, and they will come with their own background stories. And we are working right now, like, as well as every episode has its own small in-game trailer, right?
Yeah.
In which you can see, like, okay, what's going on, etc., etc.
Like
right?
the one we just showed you for episode 2.
Yep. So, and the ones in-game are the red ones, we call them, right? So we are gonna prepare, of course, like with Almer's voice, they're gonna prepare a presentation of that character, his abilities, and why is he special, right? And in-game, you will get also like a small background story with one of those red trailers, we call them, or sorry, red cinematics. So yeah, good point.
Thank you, Alex Lupo. All right. Captain Squirrel asks, private/public lobby option. Can you please add a preferred default in the gameplay options? As it is now, it flips to public with every restart.
So this is something that we can take a look at. Need to talk with the coders, etc., and find a way for it to be very clear. So suddenly you don't go, oh shit, I cannot find people. What's going on? So we will need to work on this proper. So it might take a bit of time, but it's a good input. We will take a look at it, definitively.
All right. So we have a Q&A session now that we're going to initiate with the following awesome question. You guys working on adding a melee weapon with a gun on? Can we do that?
On adding a melee with a gun on?
iBlue 8K, so like a baseball bat with a shotgun on top?
We're not working on that. We are not. But yeah, it's a interesting idea.
And Jinquiz has a question relating to characters, but Sal just answered that for you. Any new playable characters in sight?
Yep. We're adding 2 new characters in season 2, and we are gonna announce it soon enough.
Cool. And then we have another one here, trash_gamer01. You can't be that bad though. Don't put yourself down by calling yourself something like that. I mean, we all try when we play games, all right? How do you play episode 2 if you haven't bought/finished episode 1?
So we are not gonna restrict you from playing episode 2. So you don't need to play actually episode 1 to be able to play episode 2. Of course, we recommend you to, because then you can follow the story like step by step, right? But as we always say, we don't want to limit players. So as soon as you own it, you can just play it. You don't need to. You're not locked.
Any other questions you see here?
Cosmic D12 2012. You want to rate it?
Yeah. Was Hell or High Water also going to get expeditions?
So actually, the area of Hell or High Water, which is Georgetown, is indeed getting expeditions. This is Accord Oil ones, and these are the ones that we're adding Thursday. So, yes.
Then we have. Hold on.
They're super zoomed in. So
yeah,
we just see like big letters. No.
You see?
So
while Sal looks for the questions, I can say that the Steam annual holiday sale will start sometime in the coming days. Make sure you check it out. If you have friends or family or survivors out there who've been on the fence, you know, they want to try the game, but they're waiting for that right thing, you know, yeah, stay around, you know. We're gonna have something cool for you. All right, cool. Did you see anyone?
You can just take this one, for instance, like
this one?
First one.
So,
yeah.
Which one?
Yeah,
this one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyone.
Lantnium, can bots with heavy and normal armor be more clumsy? Because the armor is so heavy, or maybe they have to breathe and run less fast.
So the guy was like, whoop, they cannot move. Well, we have different animation sets depending on the equipment that the characters have.
Yeah.
And actually, in this update coming up on Thursday, we did a full overhaul of all the AI animations, human AI animations. So you know, you will see like they accelerate and decelerate, and they have different animation set, we call it, right? So it's like, you know, animation set, whatever you do that, whatever. Yes. So yes, there's a good point, and every, let's say, enemy type has its own animation set, and it depends. It goes attached always to the gear they wear, etc., etc.
Here's another one for you, Sal. Leoniastic has a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So what if instead of having repeated weeklies with Horde is constantly approaching, we would have some new challenges like no respawn after dead or something? I think it would be even more challenging and more fun, especially for hardcore gamers who want a more realistic experience.
I like this guy. So yeah, that's definitely a great idea.
Yeah.
No respawns. It will make the game very hard, but you know, we're up for the challenge. That's a very good suggestion, man.
Let's see. Here's one. GHCTS. That's the only way I can pronounce your name. Asks us, could you have a button to reset skill tree points you've already used? For example, if you misclicked. Love the content. Heart. Thank you. Thank you for the heart.
So thank you. So this is something that we didn't have in mind, but it's something that we can take a look at as part of the revamp that we're talking about for the end game. Is that like vodka?
Oh, this is Norwegian.
Okay.
It's Norwegian julmust. Julebrus.
That's cool. So yeah, that's something that we can take a look at for future updates indeed.
Yeah, thank you for the question. We have another one from our probably the most survivor of all the survivors in Russia, at least. Peacemaker, good seeing you. Can different melee weapon types have different effects? Like blunt or more rusted melee would have increased knockback, sharp weapons would add bleed, and so on?
So that is actually already the case, Peacemaker. Like every weapon type has its own knockback distances, right? We have different distance sets per weapon, and different ranges, right? Some weapons are shorter distance, some are longer distance, and some weapons do more damage. For instance, the machete is very good, like at a short distance and do damage quick. Meanwhile, the baseball bat is more like for crowd control, we call it, right? So it's like longer range and you push back farther away. And also through the upgrades of your character, you can also get those stats up.
Here's what do you think about this one? It's regarding quick join, new feature coming up. Will quick join have any additional bonus XP or rewards to counterbalance everyone only doing join or die? I've joined and or died so many times. I'd like something to bring with me to bring me to one of the other missions.
So that's a very good point, Trash Gamer. He has a lot of good questions.
Yeah.
2 in a row. So for now, we are not adding any additional bonus for the XP rewards directly, meaning by clicking that button, you're not actually getting an extra boost. This is something that we can take a look, though. It's a very good suggestion. But how we prioritize where you're going to be joining, that has a reward in itself. Let me explain that, because now it sounds very complicated. So when you click quick join, the first thing that we're going to try to matchmake you with is people with a similar combat rating than yours playing expeditions, right? And expeditions, they all come with extra bonuses, right? So you're gonna, by default, get that first, right? We will try to make you with those. Then weekly missions, which they come also with their bonus. And then the regular missions, right? So join or die, it's gonna be at the bottom of the list, let's say, right? So, but this is a very good input. This is something that we can enforce an extra XP boost or tie to the extra meta loop that we were working on, like, you know, for the end level gamers. That's where our mindset is right now. But it's very good input, man.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. We got a good one here from JR Hitman, Junior Hitman, maybe?
Junior Hitman.
To Elizabeth, asking Elizabeth, or actually suggesting, what about new difficulties? Sometimes Overkill just feels like a walk in the park. Sorry, not sorry. We're deeply offended. And what about a level reset when new perks like in Payday 2? Something more to work on. I think it's an interesting question from my perspective, because in Payday 2, perks and additional perks was a post-launch feature. It's something we added post-launch. And I mean, Payday had almost 200 updates so far, right? And we've just started with Overkill's The Walking Dead, you know? So anything's possible. The question is, what are we focused on right now? What kind of content do we fit for season 2 and so on? But yeah, what do you think about this one?
Well, first, I love that Junior Hitman, but it's playing in Overkill. That's that's not Junior anymore. You can update your name to Senior, you know, or Pro Hitman.
Maybe it's their father.
So anyway, sorry for the bad joke.
Yeah.
And then, but yes, this is a very good point, and this is part of you know, the
end game.
A request that that we've seen also from you know, some of the community, right? Like those players that really, you know, grinded up to max out all the characters. So this is something that indeed we will take into account when we are presenting this new endgame.
Here we have one. Friend Danny asks us, will new weapons appear quickly? I am thinking about seeing them in a new update or in later updates, question mark? What do you mean, like
mysterious face? So it's indeed part of the
mysterious eyebrows.
Yeah. So it's indeed part of the content that we're adding in season 2. I cannot give spoilers yet, but there is gonna be 2 very good drops. Oh shit, that's a spoiler. Well, whatever. So anyway, sorry, marketing. We are adding weapons.
Thank you, Saul.
At some point in time.
Let's do. You want to do one last question?
Yeah, let's do the last one.
So let's see. One last one.
Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. I had an epiphany now.
Yeah.
Accord Oil is not in Georgetown. It's in West End. We're adding in Georgetown later on with another update. Sorry about that, guys. If it was Cosmic something
D2 D2012. Yeah, Cosmic D, like always.
Yeah, I just saw the question again and like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I made a mistake there.
Let's see. I found the question here. Here's a good one. Could you implement some reward, for example, one blueprint, mod, etc., for players who complete a level with low hordometer? I know it's impossible to complete levels totally silent because of the flare, but complete it with only 1 point in hordometer and gain something from it would be nice. So, suggestion.
So this is a very good suggestion. A rock.
Yeah, sorry about that. A rough wolf heart.
A rough wolf heart.
Like a rough wolf heart, or
a wolf heart.
Yeah.
For friends. So yes, this is a very good suggestion. We already have some bonuses attached to your performance in the level, and this will be perfectly something that we can add as part of those extra bonuses, depending on how you played along the level, right? So you get more of this or more of that. If right now, if you, for instance, are doing a puzzle and you have, let's say, I don't know, I have one fuse and a fuel can, and then I cross, to the next puzzle with those items. Those are transformed into resources that you can use for crafting in the level, right? But at the end of the level, the resources that you have as well they give you also an extra bonus, right? So we are indirectly doing that already, but maybe it's not clear enough. And the Hordometer idea is it's a cool idea. We can think about it, like what we can do with that.
Yeah.
Because yes, it's very hard to finish a level without racing anything.
All right, that was the final question of 2018. Wow, it sounded super like ta-da.
Yeah, it sounded like, oh Jesus.
Yeah, but you know, it's the end of the year. You know, we're wrapping up the end of the year, and we're getting season 2 out the door. Sorry, episode 2 of season 2 out the door, and the upcoming patch. But yeah, we've had a great run so far. Thank you so much for watching. We went through the patch that we did last week. We went through the highlights of the upcoming patch, talking about the statistics screen that we're adding, the results screen, talking about the upcoming episode, showing the cover art, showing the screenshots, showing the trailer with this mysterious voice doing the narration, talking about it coming out this Thursday. We talked about it being free for anyone who owns the game, no matter what kind of version you have of the game. So whether you own the starter pack, the starter edition, the deluxe or the standard edition, you can access episode 2 of season 2 free of charge. And a good reminder is also, if someone bought No Sanctuary, then as long as you have the mission, then you can host it and people can join you. Because our intent is not to split the community. We want everyone to be playing together. So if you have friends who are survivors and manage to find a lot of valuables, and they can share those with you by doing so. Cool.
And actually, also if you use the new quick play button that is coming Thursday, even if you don't own the DLC, we will matchmake you also with players if there is a lobby looking for players, right? Yeah. So to Almer's point, like, this is very important to us, not to divide the community between owners and not owners of the DLCs.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Sal. And then we answered a ton of questions. We went through the list as well as we could with the time we have, because I mean the update's coming out in less than 2 days. Yeah. So we need to get back into it and make sure we deliver on our promise. And then we have some festivities within the studio with the rest of the development team. We're gonna eat some julbord, which is a Swedish tradition. Yeah, we're gonna force feed Saul some Swedish julmat.
I hope it's good.
It's gonna be good, yeah, of course. And then we're off to the holidays. And during the holidays, unless by some weird reason there wouldn't be, but let's assume there will be a annual holiday sale on Steam. Make sure you are on the lookout for Overkill's The Walking Dead and any other Overkill and Starbreeze product, like for example Payday and so on. Yeah, it's gonna be a good holiday season. And make sure if you have any friends who are on the fence or just looking to get bitten by a walker and jump in and play some of that Overkill's The Walking Dead, it's gonna be the time.
Sounds good.
Before we end, we're gonna wrap it up with that trailer again, showcasing the upcoming content, episode 2 of season 2. And some last words maybe for before we jump into the holidays and jump into Thursday's content tease again. What do you say? Anything you want to say to the players? You tell me nice stuff all the time, so
it's a lot of pressure.
Well, I
can I repeat one? Like I like the voice on the trailer. Is that a valid answer? Oh, okay. No.
Of course, all answers are valid. I'd just like to say thank you so much, survivors out there, for supporting us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all of you coming back time and time again with your feedback, your suggestions, thoughts on the game, where we're headed, where you don't think we should head, where you think we should instead. We really appreciate it. It adds so much flavor and so much love to the work we do on a daily basis. You know, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. Hope you enjoy Thursday's content. We're going to be really excited seeing what you think, and we're going to think about a lot of limbs and walkers and stuff like that during the holidays and come back fresh into the new year. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sal.
Thank you, Almer. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Take it easy. See you in the new years. Bye. In the previous episode, the group rescued the deserter from the hands of the brigade. In exchange for safety, the deserter mentioned a mysterious scout that has key information on how we can reach Patterson in Capitol Hill. In this new episode, On the Run, we visit Acrid Oil, the last place where the Scout was seen. It's a brand new location in Overkill's The Walking Dead. Gas stations were the first stop for many when the outbreak struck. People tried to fill up their cars and stock up on supplies, hoping they could flee the coming apocalypse. Instead, all they found at the gas stations was mayhem and panic. The Acrid Oil gas station was on the front line of people trying to escape the chaos of the city. Its story is told by the marks of past and present conflict, busted windows and burnt-out cars. The old gas station has plenty of strategic entry points, so make sure you bring lockpicks, chem kits or wire cutters. However, it is controlled by the brigade, so expect resistance. On the Run, episode 2 of season 2 comes with a new story mission and 3 expeditions. Available on Steam on December 20th.